zone.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to Monday, 27th day of July, 2026. My name is Nick. There's Big J right over there, man.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, Big J. I woke up and I was like, why do I have a headache? And then I stepped outside to let the dog out at 4:05, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the entire goddamn world's on fire. That's why. It's really bad in Meridian. I imagine it's bad in Middleton as well, right? The air quality, like everything's pretty rough.
Let's see, this morning I opened the garage door and I'm like, oh, it's a campfire outside.
Yeah.
And all weekend it was like it's the worst in the world. Right now, I think
it is.
Actually.
It's the air quality here is once again like this is like the second
Hey,
or
we
third
made
time
it. Top of the list,
that we're
guys.
the worst in the country. We nailed it, everybody. Because yes, if you like walk over to the border of Oregon, apparently that whole entire thing is on fire, and so it's just pluming smoke into the Treasure Valley.
Huntington isn't that far from us, and the entire town has been evacuated, from what I understand. So, real bad news. And unfortunately, Nick, we predicted and we knew that this summer would be one of the worst.
Yeah, it's one of Big J's patented predictions. It was we knew it was dry, we knew it's bad, and those things usually don't work well. And then you got to factor in that there are some dumb people out there that set fires on purpose and do things they're not supposed to do, like target practice out in the middle of the woods or fireworks or whatever the case may be. And it just leads to big bad things. And we're smack dab in the middle of it. And it's only July, Big J. Like wildfire season technically started like 3 weeks ago. We've got like 8 more weeks of this. And so it's going to be brutal. It's bad. And thank you to all the men and women that are currently braving that fire, that are fighting it to try to keep us on this earth, Big J. Because there are days that we make decisions like we don't want to be here. And so we got to be careful, and you got to do your best and just try to battle through, because it's rough out there, and it's going to be rough out there for the next couple of days. Like I saw something like, if the air quality is around 100, it's unhealthy, and we're at like 250 or something like that. It's just, it's
like
not
might
good.
as well all just start smoking.
Yeah, doesn't everybody anyway?
No, this isn't Europe.
I thought they were back. That's what I'm reading everywhere. But either way, welcome to the show. We got a couple of big announcements. Number one, we got to recap the Xfest 2026 Battle of the Bands that happened Saturday at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. I believe a hearty thank you to all of you that showed up. It was a very nice and awesomely attended event. Agree or disagree, Big
Hell
J?
yeah, it was awesome.
5 great performances, and we have a winner. And so we will announce that this morning here on this show. We have another separate but equal concert announcement that we have to do around 8:40 or so this morning. So you're going to want to tune in for that. Big J's got some Monday motivation for you, which will help you get you through the week and power through your workday. And, of course, we have prizes to give away, all sorts of other cool things over the course of the show. So it should be a good one. Let's get started with some Smashing Pumpkins today on the morning after on the X. Important stuff is brought to you by the Summer of Fun. Big J, welcome to week number 5 of Summer of Fun. And it is brought to you by Overhead Door, The Record Exchange, and A1 Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. We wrapped up week number 4, which, of course, was heading over to California for Disneyland. Week number 5 now is for those of you that have stepped outside the last couple of weeks and been like, you know what, Idaho? It's not hot enough for me. I need to go someplace warmer.
Yeah. Someplace that when you end up moving here, even if it's 90 degrees out, you'll still wear a jacket, a hoodie, some sort of attire that keeps you as hot as it is in Arizona.
Welcome to Arizona. That is week number 5, particularly a tour of the Grand Canyon and Sedona. Beautiful parts of Arizona. Obviously much colder than the Valley of the Sun, if you will. I say colder, but it'll still be in like the upper 90s kind of a thing. But certainly one of the wonderful wonders of the United States of America, the Grand Canyon. It's a beautiful place. And if you haven't been, it is something that you should probably see with your eyes. I know it's a big hole in the ground, but there are other things going on there that make it really beautiful and really cool. And so you have a chance to go do that with week number 5, or you can stay home and keep $3,000. Your call. But we'll have keywords coming your way all week long, Monday through Friday, 9, 11, 1, and 3 to get you qualified for this week's trip, week number 5 of Summer of Fun. You just got to listen and play along. We're going to have your first keyword coming your way a little bit after 9 o'clock this morning. What do you think about that, Big?
Hey, Arizona doesn't have a smoke dome right now. So there's that.
It does not. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about here in the first round of important stuff. We talked about it at the open, but the air quality here in the Treasure Valley is incredibly unhealthy. It will continue all the way through today, possibly into tomorrow, as late as Wednesday as well. The Idaho Department of Environmental Quality issued a red/unhealthy air quality forecast for today because of a significant increase in wildfire smoke impacts. So air quality is degraded. You got burn bans in effect for Ada and Canyon counties. The forecast for today is an air quality index of 180, which is really bad.
Better
really
than
bad.
yesterday.
Yes, a little bit better than yesterday, but still very bad. The forecast includes restrictions for unincorporated Ada County cities, unincorporated Canyon County, and Canyon County cities. Outdoor burning is listed as no across all areas for both days, today and tomorrow. And wood stove fireplace use is also listed as no for today and tomorrow.
Don't even stare at dry sagebrush too long with your eye.
Yeah, you never know. Try not to rub any kind of wood together. You don't want a spark to erupt from there. And so just be really, really careful, everybody.
Yeah.
And if you can't, it's really bad if you're working outdoors, obviously. You don't you want to be outside as little as possible when it is as bad as it is out there. So do your best to stay as safe as possible and know that, like, if you have a headache or you can't sleep or something seems off, it's because your body is rejecting the fact that we are essentially inside of a furnace at this particular
you're slowly smoking, inhalating yourself.
Right.
It's not something that you notice right away. It's, over time is when it's really going to hit you.
Yeah. So be as good as you possibly can and just try to do your best, as it's going to be a rough couple of days around the Treasure Valley, just from, a breathing standpoint, Big J. Back in February, we talked about the Chicago White Sox landing Japanese star infielder Minatuka Murakami, Big J. Now, it was a story because Murakami's been a huge hit in Japan over the years, but whenever team he signed with here in the United States had to do something that no other baseball superstar ever requested, and that is the locker room needs to have a bidet as part of the deal, right?
Damn.
Now, things have worked out for the White Sox. They're having a great season so far. And they have celebrated Murakami on Sunday. They had a bobblehead giveaway, Big J. Remember those? Little heads that go bobble, bobble.
Bobbleheads, of course.
It was sponsored by Toto. Now, Toto is the Japanese company best known for making the washlet. It is a heated, self-cleaning, bidet-equipped toilet. The bobblehead features Murakami hitting his first home run for the White Sox, and sure enough, a sign at his feet that says Toto Washlet. So I don't know if he has a bidet deal, but he does it on his bobblehead. It was a big story when it came out. I guess they leaned into it and are having a little bit of fun. This guy likes his backyard clean. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no.
The only thing worse than that is a gross backyard, as far as I'm concerned, Big J.
Why don't we even want to know who has that?
A gross backyard?
Yeah.
Would you like a list? Because I've been in locker rooms. I can tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Alphabetically?
Yeah.
Anderson, Garrett, Anderson, Andler.
Okay, we're good.
Big J, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey earned $87 million in its second weekend, dropping just 30% from its $123 million debut.
But it was making $20 million a day through the week.
Yeah. So right now it's sitting at 286 domestically, almost 650 worldwide, I should say. Disney's Moana, Toy Story 5 captured second and third place, $10.5 and $10 million respectively. Toy Story 5 has now surpassed $1 billion globally. That makes it the year's top grossing release. Minions and Monsters number 4, Hadestown the Musical coming in at number 5. The box office for the summer has already cleared $3 billion, giving the industry a much-needed boost. But bad news for our friend Big J, Jack Reacher. His new movie, Motor City, nobody cared about it. It opened up at 1,600 theaters nationwide. It only made $300,000, Big J. What the hell's up with that?
Yeah, I wanted to go see it, but didn't get a chance to because I'd like to go see The Odyssey again first.
You're picking favorites.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Again, it's looks like a cool movie, but is that something I have to see on my big screen at the movie theater?
Well, it's a big bad action movie. They want you to.
I agree, but talk about the worst possible time to. I mean, listen. Even if there wasn't the Odyssey here right now and some of these other things, it wouldn't make a ton of money at the box office.
I thought it would do better than $300,000. However, I wasn't expecting it to do that poorly, considering how many theaters. It opened up at, which isn't crazy, but I mean, as for confirmation, or I guess, what do I want to say? Whatever word I want to use. The comparison.
Oh.
The Hadestown musical opened up in less, and it made way more money, obviously. almost $10 million. And so I think they were hoping for like $5 million, and nobody thought it was going to set the world on fire. But
spent a lot of marketing money. I mean, I saw a lot of it because I'm in the Alan Richardson, space.
He's there in your timeline. They've taken over your algorithm.
But here's the other problem, Nick, is that Mason wants to go see the Odyssey. So I'm like, we got to go see an IMAX. Guess what? It's almost always full.
Yeah.
Even ours.
Yeah.
Like, there are seats available, but they're all up front.
Right.
I'm like, that's not a great experience.
Our IMAX theater isn't big either, is the other real big problem.
It's not, but either way, it's the only one we got.
So sit up front, man.
No way.
Hurt your neck. Let's go. How bad do you want to see that movie?
Not that bad. I've seen it.
How bad does she want to see that movie?
She doesn't want to see it pretty bad. But I'm like, there's also a problem.
What's the problem?
This week, Spider-Man.
Yes, that becomes a problem. So, that's a good question. I mean, is Spider-Man kicking out Odyssey at the IMAX theater? We've only got one.
I don't know.
I would imagine it has to take some of the screenings, right?
Yeah.
Watch out, because here comes your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and he's going to take it personally.
Tom Holland, too.
Yeah.
0.0.
Tom Holland is and John Bernthal, both taking over your box office, whether you like it or not.
Good for them.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It's the X Rocks. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Big J, maybe I'm just farther removed from it, and so it seems like less of a big deal to me. But I remember this week being a very big deal a couple years ago, and maybe it's just kind of died down. Welcome to Shark Week, Big J.
Oh, it's Shark Week? Starting today?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you didn't even know it was happening. And I feel like it's one of those things that have kind of gone away in its popularity, right?
I don't think popularity. I think just awareness, because we're not sitting around watching TV, all the promos and things. You don't see that stuff anymore.
Because of lack of commercials, you say?
Well, yeah, unless you're watching Discovery or, stuff in the Scripps network of television, HGTV, Food Network or whatever.
But you do.
Yeah, but I haven't seen a lot of promo for it. Interesting enough. So I just don't think that they're doing a lot of, promo for it.
I mean, it is Shark Week. I just think that, I don't know. I mean, it was a thing that was very popular. It feels like I'm probably a decade ago at this point. And then it's just kind of the law of diminishing returns. At some point, you've I get it. It's Shark Week. It's still something we can reference. I just don't know if it's as popular as it once was.
Also, it's like, how many seasons of air attack from great white sharks jumping out of breaching and jumping out of the water can we go through? And I know a lot of these things are research that scientists are doing, and they're filming it and they're videoing and all that. But I mean, they're creating seasons out of these things. Like, how many times can we watch a shark jump out of the water and be like, whoa? And then they do all kinds of weird stuff. And it's like, there's a finite amount of time that you can do that show.
Right. I mean, I think you and I are on the same page. It's the same shark stuff over and over and over again. But, they have and continue to go out of their way to make sure they have things that are of the moment. Even if it's just the same stuff recycled over and over again, they're trying to get you in with the titles. Like today, they'll have a show called House of Sharks. And Big J, it's supposed to be a play on House of the Dragon, right?
Yeah.
It's a shark version of it, but the whole point of this show is explain how great white sharks in waters around New Zealand are battling each other for dominance like they do in the show House of the Dragon. Experts risk it all to reveal that bloodlines actually determine who gets to be in charge in this version of the great white shark kind of thing. And so they're tying it into another popular show, trying to get you to go in. Whether or not some of this stuff may be done for narrative's sake, who knows? But they're leaning into it a little bit. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll have Jurassic Sharks, Big J. That is the story of prehistoric sharks that everybody seems to love.
How many times can we have the same Megalodon show? At some point, it would be nice if they would just become fully aware of what's happening and then have their own show. And this would end Shark Week, where they would jump the shark. Like Fonzie style. Fonzie style.
It is
and
a
then
good
Shark
question.
Week is retired after that event.
And then they bring it back once every 5 years or so, like the McRib, and make it a bigger deal than every single year shoving the same stuff down your throat, which I again think has kind of eroded the popularity a little bit.
Yeah, the sustainability of it on a year-to-year basis I don't think you can pull it off.
Because, I mean, it just started with Shark Week, which is a big enough deal, and then slowly but surely they started, incorporating in celebrity hosts for Shark Week. Whoever was promoting the movie du jour was usually hosting Shark Week. I remember it was John Cena one year, and a couple of it was the
Will
Jackass
Smith,
guys.
Will Smith has done it.
And so they just kind of mix it up. And now it's like, how can we name some of these shows after things that are more popular than Shark Week and get people to tune in? And hopefully they remember that they enjoyed Shark Week. So it's there. It's a thing. It's this week. You can check it out on Discovery if you want and enjoy Shark Week. But it is something that is here. And yeah, and maybe it surprised you. So I'm here to give you information, Big J. Welcome to Shark Week. Pretty scary. Morning After with Nick and Big J. Your Motivation Monday next on the X Rocks. Incubus and Drive on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It's Monday. It's smoky. You can barely breathe. Let's get some motivation from Big J to help us get through this week. Please.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about rejection here. And whether it's you trying to get into a new field of work, or maybe you're trying to step up in the job that you have, or maybe it's a relationship situation. I think the answer here serves all of those. And rejection is not an easy thing to go through. Being said no, not getting hired for something, no. That's not cool. It's happened to me several times here, Nick. Trying to get your job. Kicked to the curb several times.
No.
Exactly. That's what I heard was no. But, you kind of have to you have to make a decision of whether you're going to let that defeat you, or are you going to take the opportunity and learn from that and figure out why it is you were rejected, because there's probably a reason for it. And here's a perfect illustration example. Jose Hernandez, Nick, had dreamed of becoming an astronaut one day. He grew up working with his family in California on farm fields. He eventually became an engineer, applied to NASA, and NASA rejected him, said, "No way, dude, you're a loser." Okay, I paraphrased. They didn't necessarily say that. So he applied again, and they rejected him straight away. And in total, NASA told Jose Hernandez no 11 times. That's a lot. But here's what happened. He decided to not give up. He kept applying, and he started to learn a little bit about why he was getting rejected. He saw the folks that were getting hired instead of him, and he decided to take some action. Example, most of the NASA astronauts, Nick, come from the Air Force and the Navy. A lot of them are aviators, so Jose went ahead and got himself a pilot's license. He learned to fly, Nick. He also was like, hey, here's another thing. All these guys and ladies are scuba qualified. They go out and they do stuff underwater. There's got to be a reason that's a key thing. So he got his scuba license and certified. They all speak other languages, Russian in particular, which comes in handy if they're doing space stuff. So he learned Russian, and eventually every rejection became information that he needed to improve. Finally, on the 12th time, NASA accepted him, and boom, there you go. Few years later, he went into space aboard Discovery, Nick, which is pretty damn cool. And the lesson here is that when you do get rejected, find out why. It's okay to ask questions and follow up and learn from those mistakes, and then do better and move forward. And that's the important part about motivation and staying motivated, is keeping an eye on the ball and understanding that maybe somebody doesn't want you right now, but down the road they might change their mind. But you have to do something to make that happen. You can't just sit by and be like, "Oh, I got rejected." You have to work on it. I know the first time I tried to be the big boss around here, I knew I wasn't able or qualified to do that at the time, so I wasn't really shocked when I said no. It was the third time I was like, "Oh no!" And they're like, "This guy just applied. His name's Jeremy. He's cool." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And I realized, hey, you were really good at this, and it was fine with me, and I've learned a ton from you. So whatever happens one day, I hopefully have a better shot at it. But either way, stay in it and learn from your mistakes and learn from your rejection, and you can take that and make something of it, just like Jose Hernandez did.
And if you want to see the movie version of what Big J's talking about, did you ever see that movie, A Million Miles Away, with Michael Pena?
No.
It's an Amazon movie. It came out a couple years ago. It's actually really good. And Michael Pena, of course, is great in everything. But it tells the story of exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah. It's, it's one of those stories where they're like, this is too good not to make into a movie. And they did. And it kind of shows, of course, all the sacrifices he had to make to do this, because he's married and has kids and away from the family a bunch. And then, it's not exactly an astronaut. You're not exactly close, Big J. It's almost like you're a million miles away.
Whoa.
And so they came up with that as the title. And so you can get motivated in audio form and then in visual form, Big J.
Yeah.
Michael Pena can make you a better person, can he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's done it to me. And so there you go. Is that your motivation
That's
Monday?
the motivation, man.
Love it. Morning After with Nick and Big J coming up in a few minutes. Some important stuff. That's next on the X Rocks.
Jay on 100.3 The X Rocks.
There was a point, I think, like, I don't know, maybe a decade or so ago, where, like, my dream vacation would have involved finding a cruise and going on a cruise, right?
When?
Like a decade ago.
Okay, because as long as I've known you, like, that wasn't a thing that would have happened.
It was really something that I thought was really cool. Part of it was because I heard a lot of stories about people that had a really fantastic time on cruises. People that I was really close to were like cruising alcoholics, if you will. They would cruise everywhere and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And had a lot of fun. And like the all-inclusiveness really appealed to me. The fact that you kind of stayed in one place, you could go and you could do a lot of things. And then like something happened like a decade ago where like things started to erode for me. Like I started to hear some bad stories about people that have come back from cruises and were like, it was a nightmare. I hated everything about it. And I was like, why? And the way they explained it, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see how that can make some sense. And then, you know, a bunch of people were like, listen, it was dirty. I didn't enjoy it. It depends, of course, where you go and what you're doing. And then there was the whole coronavirus thing where, you know, basically you were stuck and they're harbingers of disease. You know, basically, if you go in there, you're going to get sick at some point. It's just a matter of how sick are you going to get, right? And then, you know, obviously my other things have kind of attached itself to me. And I've just realized, like, you know, when you're on a cruise ship, you're stuck on there with thousands of other people, right?
Yeah, you hate people.
I don't hate people, but I hate how gross people are. I really do hate how gross people are. And I don't know, have you seen the video that's gone viral over the weekend? It's got almost 7 million views on TikTok.
No.
It comes from a Carnival cruise where somebody is a passenger on a cruise, right? And they're sitting down to either a meal or something at a Carnival kind of like, you know, I guess you would call it like a hall where you sit down and you eat. It's not like a restaurant, but it's like, you know, everybody gets together like a buffet. You like chill out and that's where you go for food, right? It's a big old place.
Yeah.
And they zoom in on somebody. Thank God you don't see, you know, any kind of like, you know, identifying features. But there's a woman that is barefoot in this Carnival Cruise restaurant buffet area. And she clearly has some sort of foot fungus going on, right? It's gross. It's white. It's not pleasant. And she's just in the middle of the place with everybody else around her, just going to town on it, right? Just like scratching it like crazy.
That in public?
Right.
The hell?
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
And then she realizes, man, my hands just aren't doing the job, right? What do I have around here that I can scratch my foot fungus covered foot with?
Gotta be a knife or something.
Close. It's a fork. So she grabs a fork off of the table and just starts mowing down on her foot that's covered in all sorts of gross stuff. There's flakes flying everywhere. She's using an eating utensil, right, to do it. So then somebody posted it on TikTok. It's gone viral since then. Obviously, everybody's disgusted because God knows what happened to that utensil after she was done carving off of her fungus.
I hope she used it to eat something.
But even if she didn't, somebody else is at that point. That's what makes it gross. Like, even if it ended up on a table and I'm sure they washed it, but then it ends up with all these other utensils with a bunch of foot fungus on it and, like, whatever. Carnival themselves commented on the video and they're like, hey, this isn't okay. Forks are intended for food.
Hey, this isn't all right.
Not food care. We quickly addressed it and we removed the guest and the utensil from service. But, like, how could you possibly? You know what I mean?
There's no way somebody there complained immediately.
Yeah, but there's no way you could find out what it is. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. But the cruise line added that the video may be getting laughs and gasps, but cleanliness is taken seriously. The company maintains high sanitation standards across this fleet. Of course, they're going to say that, right? But there's only so much control you can have over individual people that they themselves are gross, is my point. And there's nothing you can do to stop them from doing gross stuff like this. And then you wonder why cruise ships are terrible. Like, why did I get athlete's foot? I don't know. Maybe because you ate from the athlete's foot fork. What do I know? But, like, it's really gross. It's disgusting. And it really turned my stomach. And go on a cruise, everybody. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
Isn't that nice?
You should go on a cruise.
Yeah, the cruise has gone down on my list of things that I want to do or desire to do. It used to be pretty high up there, much like trips to Australia. But once again, this segment has ruined so many things for me, and that's
I feel though statistically wise, there so many people go on cruises. You only hear about the select bad stuff.
Well, no, like I said, I heard plenty of good stuff. I didn't hear any bad stuff until later. I still hear good things about cruises. I believe people have a lot of fun on them.
One of these days, I want to go on Shiprock, but I need a fortune.
That's kind of what we started this whole thing. I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then I'm like, hang on a second. Maybe not. And then, we know people that come back from Shiprock that are sick as dogs for like 3 weeks.
I also know people who've gone on every Shiprock, never gotten sick.
Right. There's also that. So, of course. You're going to have lots of people that love this stuff.
Just have good immune systems, people.
Listen, I try to build it up the best I can. But people are gross, I guess, is my point.
Yes, true, though. There's no doubt about that.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your We're Going to Hell story. We got to recap the Xfest Battle of the Bands. We'll do it next on the X. Green Day, When I Come Around, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Saturday night was a fun one at the Revolution Concert House and Event Center. It was the Xfest 2026 Battle of the Bands, Big J. We had 5 amazing bands up there on the stage trying to duke it out for the right to open up Xfest 2026. And by all accounts, good times were had, yes?
Yeah, awesome. Ghostbox kicked things off, and they had a very spirited and fun set, Nick. And then we had a reunion, Nick, on stage. I mean, going back early 2000s, even maybe late 1999, a band that had participated in many Battle of the Bands way back in the day, Subvert, Nick. The entire crew there back together, which was fun to watch and see that reunion. Cardiac Drift then got on stage and just killed it, and Decipher as well, and Basement closed things out. They had their friend and local singer for Sutrist and Dino Duo Presents half of that. Scott Charles came on to help them do a cover of Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff.
Cool.
They had all kinds of props on stage, so it was a lot of fun. Everybody showed up, was in good spirits. There wasn't any nonsense going on, and we just had a great time, man. I was so happy that so many people showed up because it was a tough night. Saturday, hot out, smoky, just all reasons to not show up to a concert, and people did and drove, so it was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, lots of people showed up. That's what we like. It's always great when we can bring the local music community together as well, and of course, the whole idea was to walk through those doors, get a golden ticket, put it into the box of the corresponding band you personally would like to see open up Xfest 2026. We took it out of our hands and put it in the hands of the local music fans here in the Treasure Valley. And then all the votes were counted. Do we have a winner, Big J? Do we know who won?
We absolutely do. We have a winner.
This is where you say it.
And before I say it, though, I want to say something. I want to say just how hard it is, and we see this all the time. We give away tickets constantly here. And we know the percentages. And, here the bands have given away all of the tickets that we have allotted them. We've given away a bunch of tickets. It's hard to get everybody to show up, no matter what the stakes are. And so you see that time and time again where it's like, man, you see everybody. And it's just a lot of times, I mean, you're talking maybe 40% tops of return when it comes to giving away stuff like that. So it's not easy to get people to the voting box there regardless. The winner for the 2026 Battle of the Bands, the band who will be opening for Godsmack, Stone Temple Pilots, and Dorothy, is Basement.
Congratulations, Basement. Well played, well done, well traveled. We will see you on Saturday, September 26th, opening up for Xfest 2026 on that Saturday. It's going to be a wonderful day. You're all invited. Tickets are available now at xrock.com. We're going to start to be giving them away left, right, and center here very, very soon. So you're going to want to continue to listen for your free chances. So well done, Basement. We'll see you out at Xfest 2026. And again, thank you to all the bands that participated and everybody that came out on Saturday. Obviously, we couldn't do that without the bands that have their fans pop by and be a part of the fun. And hopefully everybody had a good time, because at the end of the day, that's truly what it's all about.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, for goodness sake. So thank you all for taking part and being part of the fun at the Xfest Battle of the Bands on Saturday. Special thank you to the Rev Center for offering up their place and make sure they had staff and everything ready to go on Saturday as well. It's always a good time when we can host something out there. So we'll see you all at Xfest, and thanks again for having fun with us on Saturday. Morning After with Nick and Big J, some important stuff, and your Pop Culture Smackdown, all on the way on the X.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The
Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Now listen to me. Important Stuff is brought to you by T Mazda and Pre-Owned Superstore, Big J.
Oh!
Getting financed at T Mazda, it's even easier now thanks to GoTeamCredit.com. Everybody gets pre-approved, no effect on your credit. Check it out. Log on to GoTeamCredit.com today. Big J, ChatGPT, AI. It's everywhere. You cannot stop it.
I am AI.
Claude, Google Gemini. I mean, for crying out loud, AI chatbots are everywhere, right?
Yeah, morning after I.
Is this along with Morning After
Yeah.
Bets?
Yep.
Okay, can you use Morning After
It's
Buy to
all
place your bet?
available at the X app.
Download it today. Give us your money.
Do it.
Big J, of course, they sat down and talked to 20,000 U.S. adults and found that we are still using this on a regular basis, despite the fact that we're not big fans of it. It's almost like we're grossed out by our own actions. You know what I mean? Like 60% of us are like, listen, I'm not a huge fan of these chatbots, but you know what? I do use them.
I'm going to say 80% of people have no idea what AI is and isn't. And it's not their fault.
No, it's
By the way.
everything's AI and nothing is. And so it becomes very confusing. Here's the interesting thing that came out of the survey, Big J. Now, not a lot of us, but about 12% of us say, you know what really kind of bothers me about ChatGPT and all these Google chat?
What bothers you?
They kind of make me horny.
That's weird. How?
I don't know. But 12% of people say some sort of interaction they've
make
had
you horny.
has turned them on. They're like, yeah, I kind of like that.
Like, you're turning yourself on. That's the problem.
I think we've talked about this before. All of these chatbots have this innate kind of habit of being overly complimentary to you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
I've said that many times. I use ChatGPT often, and it will kiss your ass.
Right. And maybe
I
that's
told
a
it to
fetish.
shut up and give me the truth.
It could be a kink. You'd be like, God, I like when you tell me I'm right. 12% say those interactions have turned them on in some way. Younger generation lead the way. 27%, Big J, of Gen Z say, you know what? I've had a sexual AI chat or two. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that.
Compared to 16% of millennials, 9% of Gen X, and just 2% of baby boomers. Men were roughly twice as likely as women to report such interactions, which also isn't very surprising because we, again, Big J, are essentially perverts. Meanwhile, 24% of Americans consider flirting with AI some sort of cheating. There's a good question. Is that cheating, Big J? If you're having some sort of sexual conversation with an AI chatbot, considering you're just doing it to yourself, you say?
Yeah, I would assume so.
You still think it's cheating? You're having some sort of emotional affair with a robot.
Yeah, there's something missing there if you're trying to get that out of your AI chatbot.
Looking ahead, 44% of people believe we will form more genuine emotional bonds with AI in the future. And that's the thing.
Like to know yourself.
We're at like the caveman stage of chatbots at this point. Once these things start to evolve, it's going to get real complicated with the way our emotions get all mixed up.
You know what I mean? They could evolve more. It's pretty intricate.
I'm just saying these things get implanted into things that have some sort of physical interaction with you as well. And that's where things start to get...
Those are already there.
I guess, but they're not as readily available. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you
like toasters.
Turn the corner and you're hit in the face by a chatbot. You're not hit in the face by a sex bot yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, baby. Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, and Jeff Kent, Big J, they're headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown on Sunday. All three players, superstars in the 90s and early 2000s, accepted their kudos with some grateful speeches. Beltran, a former Met, who had the biggest contingent of fans on hand, said that New York helped shape his life. He was very happy. Jones became the first player from Caraco to ever earn a spot in the Hall of Fame. And so that was a pretty big deal. Jeff Kent, who played for a total of 6 teams over the course of his career, pointed to his former manager, Tommy Lasorda, as his inspiration. Big J, this is back when I was doing the sports thing, but I had lots of interactions with all three of these people, and I can honestly say Jeff Kent is one of the biggest a-holes I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, yeah. What about Chipper?
Chipper Jones?
Yeah.
Chipper Jones, nice guy. Andrew
Good.
Jones, is that who you're more interested in?
Oh, yeah, you said Andrew, not Chipper.
Yeah, because Andrew Jones got into the Hall of Fame. And a great outfielder also for the Braves, though. He played on that Braves team.
It was one of my favorite players from my mom. She loved Andrew Jones.
Yeah, great center fielder, amazing defensive center fielder. Carlos Beltran, of course. Very nice person, although he did help the Houston Astros cheat to a championship, so there is that little bit of a black eye. Big J, how much of the Comic-Con stuff did you watch over the weekend?
I did. I mean, the stuff that I cared about that you're about to talk about, it kind of unfolded Saturday night while we were at the Battle of the Bands, and so I saw it and lost my mind. Like, oh my God, I'm excited.
I imagine you're talking about the Marvel Hall H panel, the first time in 7-8 years that Marvel returned to Comic-Con.
Yeah, and look keep coming, you idiots.
And they rolled out some things that got some people excited. Depending on what kind of, form of Marvel you're interested in. One of the big announcements was Black Panther 3. That Ryan Coogler's coming back to be a part of it. They're going to film it for IMAX, which is a big deal. Ryan Coogler, a huge movie nerd, and so he wants to kind of follow in the footsteps that Christopher Nolan is doing for the Odyssey. He's going to do that, and Marvel agreed to do that for Black Panther 3, which is exciting. Obviously, we're going to make a pretty significant time jump as well, because at the end of Black Panther 2, spoilers, you see a little teeny tiny baby, Big J.
Oh.
And that little teeny tiny baby is, of course, Prince T'Challa's little tiny son. But when Black Panther 3, he's going to be a grown-ass man. Do you understand me?
Well, yeah.
And, of course...
He's pissed. He's going to be pissed.
If you have watched Alien Romulus or The Long Walk, you may be familiar with the work of British actor David Johnson. He is going to take over as Black Panther in the new movie, and he was on hand to be announced. And so that's fun, isn't it? So we're going to have a new Black Panther movie.
What do you think the reception is? How is it compared to what you think? I mean, that's obviously a touchy subject. So,
I don't really think they have a. I find it interesting that they're moving on from Nakia so quickly. You know what I mean? Because they kind of gave her the mantle, and now they're kind of taking it away. I think obviously she'll play a part, and maybe something happens in Doomsday or Secret Wars that we're not available to know just yet. Why this is a thing? Maybe I don't know. And so we'll see how this all comes together. But, listen, I am a Ryan Coogler stan at this point.
We know he will do a fantastic job.
I'll watch whatever he does. I'm okay. I did not enjoy Black Panther 2 as much as I enjoyed Black Panther 1, of course. That probably shouldn't shock anybody, but I didn't think it was a bad movie. And so I'm interested to see what he does and how he forms this story. The other big announcement was Ryan Gosling is coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So finally, Ryan Gosling gets a break. He is going to be Ghost Rider in a standalone film, and then Sean Levy, who he is working with currently on this Star Wars movie, is going to helm the project. It is coming out in 2028, and so we will see what happens. We got the Star Wars movie next year, and then Ryan Gosling and Sean Levy in Ghost Rider coming out in 2027, and you are geeked. Why? Is it because you're a Ghost Rider fan or just a Ryan Gosling fan?
Ryan Gosling, but Ghost Rider also, the Nick Cage, it wasn't good. It was really bad. And so I'm excited to see what they can do. Sean Levy, fantastic director. Ryan Gosling's awesome. I have high hopes.
Yeah, so we will see how it all shakes out, but it's coming your way in 2028. Obviously, will not be involved in anything unless maybe he makes a cameo or something towards the end of things, as that's how they introduce him. Who knows? But this enters in, again, I'm interested to see how this goes. Because last time they kind of explored the dark universe or tried to of Marvel, they announced a Blade movie, which never happened, and so, but they had a cast and a director for that too. So hopefully,
shut up! Stop putting that kind of negativity
I'm just saying,
into the world.
Blade and Ghost Rider work together so well. The whole dark universe would be a whole lot of fun, a different angle that they could explore. They can't seem to get it off the ground for whatever reason.
Maybe this is the chance.
I hope so. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff, your pop culture smackdown next on the X.
Smackdown. Right. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, we got some tickets to hook you up with. We got a show this week, Thursday night, out at the Outlaw Field Botanical Gardens. You've got Slightly Stupid, the road trip and summer tour. It is going to be awesome evening of music that you can really chill out to. That's happening. We'll get you these tickets if you can beat me in Pop Culture Smackdown.
Why don't you do us all a favor and get on the phone? 208-287-1003. The number you need to call if you'd like to go check out Slightly Stupid this week. Of course, you are going to have to defeat Big J in the process and claim these tickets as your own while shaming him publicly on the radio.
Yeah.
If you can do so, then congratulations. This prize is yours. You're going to go check them out on Thursday on us. It's the least we could do. Big J, how are you feeling on this Monday?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Head is clear. You feel like you can pull this off all right?
My head's filled with smoke, but...
Hello, the X.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, brother. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris, you're up first. Chris, this is a multiple choice question. Which one of the following massive box office bombs co-starred Jennifer Lopez? Are you ready?
Yes.
Ishtar, Geely, or Battlefield Earth?
Battlefield Earth.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Kelly Preston that played the lead role as the female
Rest in peace.
in Battlefield Earth. But thank you for playing along. We appreciate you. Hello, the X.
How's it going?
Good, man. Which one of the following massive box office bombs co-starred Jennifer Lopez? Ishtar, Geely, or Battlefield Earth?
Ishtar.
Oh, I'm sorry. That starred Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, Big J, as you well know.
I feel like I've already won.
And Ishtar.
I know the answer.
Actually, not a bad movie, but you do know the answer. By process of elimination, everybody should know the answer at this point. Hello, the X.
Hello.
Hey, which massive box office bomb co-starred Jennifer Lopez? Ishtar, Geely, or Battlefield Earth?
Geely.
Right.
Yes, that is officially correct. You are taking on Big J. Big J, who created the TV show Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune, Merv Griffin.
That is correct.
Right.
Created a bunch of those game shows that you
Nice.
watch every single day. What's your name, sir?
Brian Christensen.
Brian,
Don't get
here
too
comes
excited
a
about
follow-up,
the question,
a
right?
follow-up question for you. What Marvel villain has Woody Harrelson portrayed? I will give you multiple choices here as well. Carnage, Magneto, or Whiplash?
Carnage.
That is correct.
Right.
Had a whole day movie named after him, as a matter of fact. Big J.
Yes, sir.
The song Matchmaker, Matchmaker famously comes from a what award-winning musical? Matchmaker, Matchmaker, make me a match.
Make me a match.
Fetch me a fetch, catch me
I'm
a
really good
catch.
at musical. I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Wrong. Big J standard answer is once
that
again
or Cats.
incorrect. Wrong. Also incorrect. Brian, that means you're victorious. Do you happen to know the answer?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Right.
Fiddler on the Roof.
All right, you fine. You wanted somebody to humiliate me, and it happened.
Yeah. Good job, Brian.
Also, my youngest son wants to say hi to you guys.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Brian's youngest son.
No, say hi, buddy.
Hi, but ask me a question.
Oh, ask him a question, Nick.
Okay. What's your name, man?
Ashton Christensen.
Ashton Christensen. All right, Ashton. Ashton, what film did John Wayne win his only Oscar for? Yes, I'll give you multiple choices. Was it The Shotgun, True Grit, or The One-Eyed Man? True Grit is correct.
Yay!
Good job,
Ashton.
Ashton.
Also,
Well done.
also humiliated Big J.
Good job, Ashton. Good job, Brian. Hang on 1 second. We'll send you both to Slightly Stupid. You'd have to go together, of course, because this is only a pair of tickets. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your Pop Culture Smackdown. We got a concert announcement for you that's coming up next on the X Rocks. More That Is Epic here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Always great when we get to start out your week, start out your day with a concert announcement. Let's do both.
It's another 100.3 The X concert announcement.
Big J, who's coming to town?
You know what? Who's coming to town on Saturday, September 19th at the Knitting Factory? Oh, baby. Dog Star, the All In Now tour with the Backfires is coming to town. So, yeah, Dog Star includes one Keanu Reeves on bass, Nick.
It's true. Yeah, coming to town. Let's get you a little bit of the All In Now
taste.
song. Right now, it's brought to you by the X. Of course, this is Dog Star on the X. That is Dog Star All In Now, part of our concert announcement for this morning. Big J, repeat all the details, please.
Yeah, 100.3 The X Rocks presents Dog Star, the All In Now tour at the Knitting Factory, Saturday, September 19th. Opening up special guests, The Backfires, and tickets go on sale 10 a.m. On Friday.
Last time Dog Star came through, I believe it was the same venue, right? It was playing a little place before it was called the Knitting Factory, of course.
Yeah, the Big Easy.
And it was a very big deal. And now I believe, Keanu Reeves at the height of his powers at this particular point, I think this show on a Saturday night is going to be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and a legit band and a legit, song and album. Really good stuff, man. I actually really dig that song. It's got a vibe to it, a little grungy action in it, so cannot wait.
Should be a lot of fun. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Of course, you're going to listen to the X to win yours for free because that's just how we roll. Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is week number 5 of Summer of Fun. We have trips at the Grand Canyon and Sedona up for grabs. Let's get you qualified with Summer of Fun next on the X Rocks.
News you can barely use. It's headlines on the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Headlines are as follows. Hey, that's mine. Help me or too long.
The last one. Help me for too long.
No.
Help me so long?
Let me repeat them for you. Headlines are as follows. Hey, that's mine. Help me or too long.
Didn't I say too long?
You said help me too long.
All right. Let's go with help me.
Okay.
Too long.
A maintenance worker spent several hours trapped inside a 130-foot tall gas station sign in Wilmington, Illinois, after his lift malfunctioned on Tuesday morning. The Wilmington Fire Protection District responded to the scene on Lorenzo Road off Interstate 55 around 11 in the morning. Standard fire ladders maxing out at 100 feet couldn't reach him. Authorities deployed a drone to maintain contact with the worker, who also signaled a thumbs up to a hovering news helicopter. A replacement boom lift had to be escorted from Joliet by Illinois State Police. The van then was safely lowered to the ground just before 4 o'clock, but he did spend about 6 hours up there. He declined medical treatment, was not seriously injured. But, Big J, do you think it would be cool or terrible to live inside of a gas station sign for a while?
Yeah, I don't think it would be fun. But plenty have done it for charity.
Of course. So. Why not? Get a little bit back, right?
Yeah.
Have some fun. Enjoy yourself. But this guy appeared to have been stuck, which is not good. Not what you want with your day. Hey, that's mine or too long?
Too long.
A Colorado woman says her lengthy legal name has caused her medical care insurance claims to come repeatedly denied. Carrie Ann Weinberger Morinal, a retired teacher, has carried her hyphenated surname for 34 years after keeping her maiden name upon marriage. She switched to Cigna coverage last year. Denial letters began arriving for routine services, including mammograms and physical therapy. The problem, she eventually learned after approximately 27 different phone calls, was Cigna has a character limit on their last name side of things. So her insurance card shortens her name incorrectly, while providers submit bills using her full legal name. So they flagged the discrepancies, right? Rejecting claims despite matching addresses, birth dates, social security numbers. And some unpaid bills had since gone to collections, but she didn't hear about it until after they were gone there already. So now Cigna confirmed representatives are actively working to resolve her case and hopefully her credit score, because this is certainly not her fault. But, you know, maybe character limits are a bad thing. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah.
I mean, Weinberger Mernalt is a very long name. Make no mistake about it. And then there's the hyphen in there. So, but that's, again, you know, these are things that are anybody's fault. You just have to figure it out, and maybe not having a limit on them would be the way to go. My opinion, of course. But I feel bad when people's credit gets affected through no fault of their own, you know?
Yeah.
It seems like a pretty cruel thing. But
it's already tough enough to keep it in check anyways.
Help us. Help us. Wrap it up with, hey, that's mine. A Maine jury has awarded Emily Mitchell and her husband $17 million in a landmark medical malpractice case. On March 1st of 2023, Mitchell entered the Northern Light Inland Hospital for routine laparoscopic surgery to remove a ovarian cyst. Surgeon Dr. Daniel Gagnon instead repeatedly removed her entire healthy bladder, Big J. Whoops.
Oh my God, you can remove the bladder?
Mitchell later returned in severe pain, unable to urinate. She spent over 8 months relying on tubes draining urine directly from her kidneys. In October 23rd, Boston surgeons rebuilt her bladder using intestinal tissue, but she still requires daily self-catheterization, Big J. A 9-person jury unanimously awarded Mitchell $17 million for the loss of companionship and bladder, obviously.
It was like enough.
The largest malpractice verdict in state history, so it's the biggest one ever in Maine. But yeah, that would suck.
Took out somebody's bladder.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine there's medical reasons why you would do that, but obviously the problem was, you know, she didn't go in there for a bladder surgery. She went in there to get an ovarian cyst removed, and then she couldn't pee, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure her charts all said ovarian cyst removed when that wasn't the case. Took out her whole damn bladder. That doesn't sound fun to me.
No. That's why I'm like, that's not even close to covering it.
No. But she's got $17 million. But yeah, listen, man, I don't know.
Yeah, but you've got all the care and stuff now. I mean, it's going to be hard to get that thing working right again.
Yeah, even with a rebuilt one, again, she still has to use the catheter every single day. And that's no fun either, Big J. Agree or disagree?
Yes,
we
it's
can
terrible.
At least agree on the catheter thing. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your headlines. We are going to come back with some bad impressions. They're next on the X Rocks.
My name is Dodie.
Impressions.
So far, I'm not impressed.
On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, well, you impressed with winning tickets to Shinedown? Damn right you are. That show happening August 10th, coming up right around the corner here at Extra Mile Arena. From Ashes to New and Coed and Cambria opening up. So it's going to be a fantastic show. We'll get to these tickets, and you're qualified to get there early. Check out the Shinedown Museum. Very special occasion. So all this is yours if you figure out the clues to bad impressions today.
Phone number is 208-287-1003. Big J's going to give you 3 clues. Ideally, all 3 of those clues will point you in the direction of
a famous cartoon.
And if you can figure out that famous cartoon in 3 clues or less, congratulations. Look at you. All of a sudden, you're going to Shinedown on August 11th, which doesn't suck. So get on the phone and make it happen. Big J, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then to the phones we shall go. Hello, the X.
Hey.
Hey, who's this?
Tim.
All right, Tim, you're up first. Good luck.
Famous cartoon here, Tim. Our show started in 1999, and after 3 seasons was canceled. Eventually, they brought us back, but stupid Fox.
Next one.
We loved Star Wars so much we got permission to retell the story in our own way in several specials.
And the last one.
Our boy Stewie is getting his own show just like Cleveland did. Now we have even more Quahog news. Quahog news.
Quahog?
Quahog?
Family Guy.
Quahog?
That's correct.
Yep.
Quahog, isn't it? Congratulations. Hang on one second, Tim. We'll hook you up with those Shinedown tickets. Why is Family Guy in the news?
They got an accent, so it's hard to tell what they're saying.
Got
They are returning to Hulu for its 3rd consecutive year, Nick, of Halloween and holiday specials. This time around, Kieran Culkin will guest star on the Spooky Day special, playing Satan himself in an episode showing Stewie and Brian sent to hell. Now, the interesting thing, too, here about this, Nick, these are only available on Hulu. The specials that they are doing.
Part of their Huluween?
Yeah, the Huluween, all of those sort of things. You won't find them on the lineup of Fox. They won't be aired on Fox. And, maybe if you're lucky and you live internationally, you can see them on Disney+. But Hulu, the only place you're going to find them. So that's pretty good news if you're into the Family Guy stuff.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your bad impressions. We will wrap up the show here next on the X Rocks.
Enjoy.
That's the latest from Perfect Circle. It is called Starless. Wrapping up the Morning After with Nick and Big J on this Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Putting up with our smoke, if you will. Big
Yeah.
J.
Although I feel like we didn't have as much smoke. We had a lot of good stuff.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
big show, actually.
Ended up announcing that Basement won the 2026 Xfest Battle of the Bands. Congratulations. They'll be opening up Xfest 2026. Let you know the Dog Star is coming to town as well, which is a pretty cool concert announcement, especially if you like one Keanu Reeves. Big J, he happens to be in the band. And, of course, we remind you that people are disgusting. That's part of our job as well. But it does leave you with the floor, Big J.
Yeah, Nick, over the weekend, my daughter's boyfriend, Kyle, came over and installed our new sink.
Yeah,
and
man
it's
stuff.
Awesome. I know. It was a really... he schooled me in how to be a man by putting that in.
Did you watch
great job.
and observe and report?
Yeah, I helped whenever I could. I helped lift it out, the old sink.
Nice. Where's that one now?
It's in front of our house.
Nice. Where it belongs.
I was like, what do we do with this? I guess we got to throw it away.
Yeah.
So
you can throw it away.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the new water features that your sink has?
Well, hey, it's first of all, it's got no middle divider, so it's like a big open one.
Yeah.
And it's got a pull down,
a barn
faucet,
sinker.
and it's got a lot of different buttons and doohickeys, and it's got a pump for soap.
A soap pump in your sink?
We're talking. We didn't get the glass one where you put the glass in and it shoots water in it to clean it. That would have been nice, but I didn't buy the sink.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean it shoots water into the sink?
So it's a thing you put that comes on your sink, that some of the fancy sinks where you put a glass down in it and it'll clean the glass by shooting water up into it.
Like you're at a brewery or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that they made residential sinks that do that. You would prefer it.
Well, that would be nice.
Okay.
Good way to rinse it out anyways.
I suppose. Instead of you have to turn on the faucet like a regular human.
It's dumb how a simple thing like a sink can change your kitchen and make it work a little bit easier.
Sure. You have more room now to maneuver, right?
And there's like lots of different accessories there to help you, like if you want to clean like vegetables or like wash the hell out of your lettuce now so you don't have diarrhea. There's all kinds of new stuff to do that makes it easier.
Like what?
Well, just built in like accessory like colanders and things like that you don't have to have extra stuff.
You have a colander built into your sink?
Yeah, it's a thing that you can attach to it so you can have. It's very handy.
Sink attachments are new to me. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it.
All right, peasant.
Listen.
Go back to your cave after the show.
How do you attach something to your sink, I guess?
I'm sorry, I have a mansion. So.
I forgot you have Big J money. You're right. Morning After with Nick and Big J. That's going to do it for us. We will see you tomorrow. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rock.